Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Same format as usual. A couple of new toys to play with this month, which I'll explain as we get going. Oh, hello there. Nice to see you too. Haven't got any food, I'm afraid. Oh, how pretty. I think these foals are gypsy vanners. They have little beards that they grow. Cute little things, growing up quick. Nice foxglove. Nothing much about this particular morning. Blackbird obviously feeding young. Dunnock doing the same with a nice juicy caterpillar. And a young stone chat. Nothing much else though. Must be a picture in amongst these trees somewhere, but whether it's a wide angle shot or a fisheye shot, I'm not sure. I've had a good few fisheyes, I used to like using them.
Yeah, I've never really had a proper wide angle. The widest I've ever had is 17.
Oh right. I used to prefer wide angle before I started doing nature, obviously. But oh, look at that! Focus locked straight onto that. While I had my shutter speed at a 250th. I'm just having a quick look off here to see if there's any dragonflies. Yeah, broad-bodied chaser, but dead. I don't know what killed it. Nothing much about when you're taking pictures of Highland cattle and cockerels. But it's a nice walk. This next section's just the trip back from Rusland, where we were, to back to Ulverston. Just to give you an idea of what the countryside's like. Nothing much on the roads at this time, but it'll be different now that the school holidays are on. Goes without saying, this is obviously speeded up a lot. Bowth. Dropping down into Greenodd. Then back home to Ulverston. Nice walk along the River Kent in Kendall. Not many people around. Don't think we'll see the kingfishers today though, it's quite overgrown, but might fly past. Quite nice down here. This is one of my favourite spots to come to when we're shopping in Kendall. Suspension bridge there. Kingfisher flies up and down. Haven't seen it yet today, but who knows. Mallard duck, and that's about all I've seen really. Usually lots of mergansers on here. Sanders, not mergansers, sorry. That's a pretty looking weed. Assuming it is a weed. Can't go to my usual dipper spot because I've let bulls out into the field. Bulls. Kingfisher. Come back up the river, I think. Well, here I am at Kendall again. Hopefully going to get some dipper pictures. But last week the bullocks were in the field. I think they'd only just been let in and they were running around like lunatics. So, fingers crossed. So far, so good. Oh, they're all lying down, that's a good sign. Get past these quick and then maybe risk getting the camera out. They're probably going to wait until I come back and then stand by the stile so I can't get out. Who knows? Well, no cows in this field, that's a good start. Oh, there's a dipper. Adult. Lovely along here though. You see the odd dog walker, you don't see many other people. That's a bit of a giveaway for where they sit. Bird muck on the rocks. So good to watch dippers because they're always doing something. They're fishing, washing, diving in. There it is again, right under the covers, so it's quite dark. Try a bit of video. This way, come on. Well, nothing much doing in its usual spot, so I think I'll go back downriver where I saw it on the way up. I'm sure it's on its way up here though. Main problem with finding dippers is if they have their back towards you, they just blend in. If they have the white breast showing, then they stand out like a mile. I'm not seeing any white breasts. I spent many an hour down here, only half an hour at a time probably, but I've seen the dippers lots. I just hope they don't let me down today. I've attached my little camera on the end of my lens to give a wider angle view than a telephoto would give. I do intend doing more video today of the dipper if it shows itself again. If nothing else, it'd be a good test for the microphone. All this noisy water. Little grey wag on the top of the stone there. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there's one bullock stood up and it's looking at me. But it's a long way off. I still think it could beat me to the next style. All the others are lying down though. Well, back home and nothing much doing. Horses are about. I haven't seen the deer for ages. The odd butterfly, but nothing spectacular. That's a nice one though. Comma. Another day trip over to Leighton Moss using one of my new toys just to show what the paths are like. Quite dry at the moment, of course, due to the weather. Again, not a great lot to see, but there's something nice coming up, I think, in a minute or two. Which is what we really went hoping to see. That's the Causeway hide. And this is what we hope to see. It's a great crested grebe. The mother was there with just one young left, so hasn't done very well this year really, but father was out trying to catch a fish to feed the young one. Waiting there patiently. Then father catches a nice little perch, I think it was. Takes it all the way back over, keeping it dipping it in the water to get it nice and clean and fresh. And there's the youngster, totally unimpressed. So he keeps trying to feed it, but it's not interested at all. So in the end, the father decides I might as well eat it myself then. And that's exactly what he did. Down at the sea hides, I think that was Eric Morecambe. Plenty of waders, height's just right in there at the moment for waders. 3 young greater blackback gulls, nice avocet. Good year for avocets, I think. Lovely long blue legs. Just the odd butterfly about, nothing much really. That was hard to get. These are just local ones again. Puadoos, just sparrows and nothing much else really. The trouble with all the trees being in leaf, hard to spot things. Anyway, another day we saw these fallow deer looking quite anxious, and it looked so they had a young one with them. Turns out they had 3 young ones with them. I think they were anxious because they'd separated from the rest of the herd. They must have felt safer getting back together. Another nice hot day, so we thought we'd have a look out, see if there's any butterflies about. Henry came out with us. I think we were too early in the day though. They're still there. Oh, I've lost them now. Where have they gone? They were hooked up. Have you got them?
Oh no, just done it at 120 FPS.
Oh, they're still there, yeah.
Oh wow.
That's how they mate. They hook into the back of the head of the mate. And if they're going to stay there, you think it might throw ends out for them. So hard to spot, aren't they? That's still there then. I'm studying, I can't even see the damn thing. I've lost them totally. Where the hell are they? Oh, there, right in front of me. Even from here, you struggle to see where it even is. Ooh, 2 jets. When you wish you had something longer than a 400. We didn't see many butterflies, just a small skipper. Plenty of gatekeepers as well. In fact, there's a lot of gatekeepers. Nice tortoise shell. Problem with the gatekeepers, the second they land, they just fold the wings up. And yet they look better when the wings are open. So we tried doing some flying shots using pre-capture. Worked reasonably well, as long as they're in the same field of focus. Then back to Kendall again. Just a few static shots of the dipper, which showed literally for seconds. Got 2 or 3 nice ones of it though. Quite dark lighting considering how bright a day was. It was right underneath the trees again. Thought there might have been some butterflies out, but it's actually a bit cooler today for the first time in 2 weeks. It's been unbearable. Well, the fall should be just round this corner. Oh, it's not there. I wonder where it's gone. Oh, must have moved it. Oh, there's the pony. Not much of a gap in the fence, unfortunately. Well, it's going to be another one of those mornings where all you do is take your camera for a walk. No deer, no birds, no sun, no butterfly. So I had a short walk along the canal. Again, nothing much on there other than mallard ducks as usual, but quite calm there, so that was a nice reflection. I quite like that one for a mallard. Gatekeepers again with the wings closed. Sir John Barrow Monument, otherwise known as the Hoard. Nice young swallow up on the wires. This image was taken just with a 135, and that's the same frame cropped right in, so it's a good sharp lens. Right, the idea today is we've come up some woods to see if we can put our trail cams out and get some badger activity. Last time I was here was over 2 years ago, and we got some then, but there's certainly evidence of them. Plenty of digging going on. Oh, there's a big one here, Jamie, as well. Now I think we've found a really good hole to put the trail cams out by. Jamie's got one of these ones with a SIM card in. Mine's just a bog standard one. We'll cover the area and see what we get. Now this is the one we're setting the cameras up on. So it's been used recently. Leave the cameras up for a week or so and we'll find out. Well, it didn't take long for the cameras to catch something. This is my bog standard trail cam. It's got a nice Roe buck. The problem is my batteries only lasted for 1 day, so this was unusual. This behaviour I thought was unusual till I looked it up. It turns out that bucks have glands in the hooves, and at this time of year they're marking the territory with this scent because it's breeding time for them. So I was quite pleased to capture that, really. That's my old, well, I say old camera, I've used it twice I think. But I will be getting, well in fact I have got one like Jamie's now with the SIM card in, so you can sit at home and see what's going on. Yeah, this is off Jamie's camera. A little grey squirrel. And very early in the morning, 5:20 in the morning, a young roe deer. And an hour later, another one going past. Of course, we're hoping for badgers. And then on Jamie's camera, bingo. One really nice young badger. Having said that, we got a couple of viewings of it, and then best part of a week later we've not seen one again. So we'll probably go up and move the cameras somewhere different. Nice to see that though. Well, we had another trip up to St. Bees Head. Henry came with us, he'd not been up there before, so I think he enjoyed it. But we were there probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there was loads more birds there 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was puffins, razorbills, all kinds, but the numbers had really dropped off for some reason. Still a nice walk though, down to Fleswick Bay and the likes. Common blue butterfly, lovely little kittiwake. And down at Fleswick Bay, where we'd seen previously a little owl, there's a lovely kestrel there. Limpets. Lots of cormorants. I think we saw more cormorants than anything really. I'm going to pin. You might think it's easy coming down, you've got to go back up to get back.
I know. Not excited for that.
It's a little bit loose underfoot as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to dry.
Oh, careful. Now, just going to have a walk down to Fleswick Bay. Right, Fleswick Bay on a windy day. That's some high tides by the look of this. Wow, yeah. That loft house, he was something to do with sport on the BBC, I think. And on the way back we called in at Hodbarrow to see the Slovenian grebe that's there. We did see it, but it was that far away. Photographs weren't worth sharing really, but nice starling. And a gatekeeper with its wings open. Hooray! Common blue. Pretty good for butterflies at Hodbarrow, I think. Anyway, just a few in the garden. These flowers I planted, the bees absolutely love them. They're absolutely always covered in bees. So I'll plant some more of those next year. Can't remember what they're called, but they are pretty anyway. Must be hot with that fur coat on in this weather. Anyway, I've been saying that I haven't seen the deer for ages, and then this morning didn't just see the deer. I've been barked at before by a buck, but never by a doe. Very vocal. And the thermal came into its own again today. I would never have spotted this down in the grass. I knew there was something there and I just waited for it to show itself. I ended up this month with a lovely juvenile robin. Friendly as anything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope August's a good one. Bye for now.